joining us tonight. Good evening. So let me just share my screen. Okay. So, the title of this presentation is In the Middle of Everything, How to Find Your Direction. So, I would just like to ask you, those who are on Zoom or maybe also on Facebook, you can just, chat with us on Facebook. Have you ever felt something that you're in the middle of everything and you don't know how to find your direction? When I was probably on my 20s, 25, I always say myself, "Oh no, my friends, they already have a lot of investment, they already have a lot of properties, but I do not have one." So, because we are on a world, in a world full of comparisons, and because we always compare ourselves to others, maybe some not, but I've heard a lot that, we do a lot of comparisons, we get trapped in the middle of the noise around us. And then we say to ourselves, like, "Oh, how could I get out from this, everything that I'm thinking around me? Okay, how can I find my direction?" Before I start with my presentation, I would just like to ask someone from Zoom, probably, if you can just raise your hand or you can unmute yourselves. Have you ever felt stuck somewhere in the middle of everything and maybe in one time you couldn't find your direction? Yes? So who has been stuck? You can just raise your hand. I can see Miss Neva was doing like this. So, Miss Neva, have you ever felt stuck somewhere in your life and you don't know how to find your direction?
Yes, I did many times, and I think it's part of growing up. It's always a challenge, but for me, one of the biggest hindrance that I may say is when I moved to Europe because I have to reestablish. You have to prove something to yourself, and also I reached that level when I'm already in my 40s.
Oh,
They said that life begins at 40, but
40.
there are a lot of doubts and you question yourself. Am I still in demand? I am still worth it? Or, especially with the generation now and the technology. So we have to keep up. And that is also one of the reasons why I am so grateful that I joined Atomy, because I feel that I was able to find my purpose and of course, like the sense of still um in the trend, because our products are really good. So I am grateful, because in the midst of being in the chaotic world, both in personal life and also in your career, and also for self-fulfillment, I was able to find my direction in Atomy. It may be slow, but I am glad that I did.
Thank you very much, Miss Neva. I am glad that you joined, and I'm really very excited to explore what are we going to have in the future. Thank you very much, Miss Neva, for sharing your insight. So now I will be presenting you this presentation in the middle of everything, how to find your direction. So I would like all of you to take a deep breath, because this topic is something nearly all of us feel at some point, right? Being right in the middle of everything. In my 5 years of doing anatomy, I think I have experienced this a lot of times. If you could agree with me, life often becomes a blur of responsibilities, expectations, pressures, and decisions, all happening at once. Sometimes we are telling ourselves, "Oh no, why the whole world is falling onto my shoulder?" Right? It can feel like you're standing at crossroads with arrows pointing in every direction, just like what you can see on my screen. That feeling overwhelmed doesn't mean you're lost, right? Doesn't mean you're lost. It means that we are all human. And being in the middle of everything, it actually offers a powerful starting point. Why? Because we have awareness, we have options, and most importantly, we have potential. To help you find clarity, regain direction, and move forward with intention rather than pressure or guesswork. So, today we will explore where you are, what matters to you, how to choose a direction, and how to stay aligned even when life shifts again. So remember, you don't need to have all the answers right now or tonight. You just need space, tools, and perspective. And that's what we're here to build together tonight. Now, most of us try to move forward too quickly, right? Sometimes when we have some problems, we wanted to solve it already as quick as possible. We want solutions, we want answers and progress, but we rarely stop long enough to understand our starting point. So maybe sometimes we just really need a starting point. So this step is about pressing pause, even if just for a moment, to look honestly at your current reality. So I would like you to think of this like mapping a journey. You can't choose a direction if you don't first pinpoint where you are standing. Now, I would like you to understand the importance of self assessment. So, maybe we should actually ask ourselves, not maybe, but we should ask ourselves if we are in the middle of everything and couldn't find our direction. First question is what's currently working in your life, routines, or mindset? What is not working, or maybe even draining you? Where do you feel stuck? Right? So these are the questions that may help us in determining why we're being stuck with everything. You can use a relatable, you can probably use this. Imagine opening your phone's GPS, but it can't find your location. Direction becomes meaningless unless the map stabilizes, and the same is true for your personal direction. We have to understand that recognizing where you are isn't about judgment, it's about clarity. This isn't a moment to criticize yourself, but it is a moment to observe. Because often we always criticize ourselves. Why am I not understanding everything? I have been attending the meeting for 9 months. Why I still don't know how to do it? Right? So we often do that to ourselves. Now, once you recognize where you are, the next step is understanding what actually matters to you, not what others expect or what you think you should care about. So, again, we are in a world full of comparisons, full of expectation. So, we often just listen to other people who expected a lot from us. But basically, the first thing that we have to do is we have to listen to ourselves because ourselves are the one who's working to achieve something for our life. Okay? So as I've said, in a world full of noise, comparison and pressure, it's easy to lose sight of your own values. This slide that you can see on your screen is about intentionally reconnecting with them. Think about your core values, the inner compass that shapes your decisions, your reactions, and priorities. And we have to also understand that values aren't goals, they are foundations. Goals that change, values stay steady. So now I would like you to understand what is the idea of motivation, what lights you up, what pulls you forward naturally. Understanding your why helps you stay committed even when things get difficult. So, like for example, when we are doing our Atomy business, the first question is why? What is my why? Why am I doing the Atomy business? It is that clarifying what matters most prevents burnt burnout because you stop chasing things that aren't aligned with who you are, right? Because sometimes we are, I don't know about you, but sometimes I am, sometimes pushing myself so hard because I was chasing for something. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm chasing for, right? So sometimes we really need to reflect. So now we will reflect. When do you feel most alive? What are you doing? So, for example, for me, I feel most alive when I am talking with the team, when I'm sharing some of the presentations. When in line with my salon, I feel most alive when I see that my clients are really enjoying the treatment, when they are sleeping, when I feel that they are really relaxed. The next question is, when do you feel drained? What's happening? I feel drained when a lot of people are complaining. So sometimes it's like this, right? But from time to time, as the time increases, I get to, how do you say? I get to understand people and I get to adjust on their complaints. So this step is about alignment. When your directions matches your identity, decisions feels clear, stress decreases, and confidence increases. So direction becomes obvious when you know what matters. The challenge isn't choosing a path. It's choosing the path that is yours. Because sometimes the path of other people is not for us. We are just like torn to follow or do the same direction as what they do because we are being pressured by the society or by the community around us. So we really have to choose it for ourselves because we have to understand that we do it for ourselves, not for others. Okay. Now, I remind you that once you know what matters, the next step is narrowing their focus. So, we often overwhelm ourselves by trying to improve everything at once. We try to improve our career, we try to improve our habits, relationships, health, and goals. So, this is about choosing one meaningful direction instead of scattering your energy. So I myself, yeah, I was putting everything at once. I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this. Ending, you don't do anything, you don't finish anything, right? So the clarity comes from commitments. When everything is a priority, nothing is. So when you wanted to put everything all together, your career, your love life, your money, your health, blah, blah, so you have to make a top priority. So you have to list your top priority to the lowest. And I also encourage you to pick a single area that feels both important and energizing, something they genuinely want to move forward to, not something they feel not something you feel pressured to fix. The power of small achievable goals. Remember that tiny steps create momentum and confidence. And we also have to understand that we do not climb a mountain by jumping to the top, but we climb it one calm, intentional step at a time. And think about that purpose doesn't need to be dramatic. It can simply mean choosing what feels aligned and meaningful to you. Connect the yes. So when your direction is meaningful, it feels lighter, clearer, and of course more motivating. Now I have a question. So for those who wants to answer, just unmute yourself. If you could change or improve just one area of your life over the next few months, which one would make everything else easier? So who wants to answer that? If you could change or improve just one area of your life over the next few months, which one would make everything else easier? So who wants to volunteer? Should I volunteer you? I think Miss Neva, are you unmuting, Miss Neva? Are you unmuting yourself?
Yeah, I'm supposed to just type.
Okay,
I
okay.
think it's time management because personally, I really have a problem with managing my time. Um, I would have, you have plans, a lot of plans already, but I I tend to just forget about the plans because I wanted to sleep more or I wanted to watch my Korean series or something. So for myself personally, I really want to manage my time pretty well because um, I know if I can manage my time pretty well, I was telling Glyza about this last Saturday because we were together. And I said, if only I can manage my time very well, I think I can tap more clients. I can introduce our products to a lot more people. But I'm always rushing because I don't have the time anymore. Yeah, so time management is very crucial also, especially if we are like, doing a lot of tasks. Like we have our careers, we have our family to take care of, and we have our business also. So time management is a key. And if we know how to manage our time, we are also taking care of ourselves because the stress and the pressure would lessen. So that is really one thing that I really want to improve with myself. I need to manage myself and not to dilly dally and forget about the plans because something came up. So I think I need to focus more and establish like a strict routines on my part, yeah, to discipline myself, because I know that if I can manage my time, a lot of things will happen pretty well. Yeah, so that is a very big assignment for myself, time management.
You can do it, Miss Neva. Time management. Yes, this is really crucial, not only in the business but also in our daily life. Time management is really very important. Thank you, Miss Neva, for reminding us about this. Because I myself, I had problems with time management, but now I could finally say like, oh, I really improved with this. So time management is crucial, and not only in our business but to our personal growth as well. Thank you, Miss Neva. Now, we have to understand that the direction isn't a straight line. Of course, life changes, circumstances shift, and sometimes what once made sense no longer fits. Also, flexibility is not a sign of uncertainty, it's a sign of wisdom. It means you're responsive rather than rigid, intentional rather than reactive. So, these are the importance of adjusting course when needed. So think of this like navigating with a compass. Sometimes you need to recalibrate as new information appears. So as just what Miss Neva said a while ago, like because at this time now we are more on technology, so we should also adapt to the technology because we also have to grow as a person and as an individual. Therefore, tracking progress matters. So I would like to encourage you to regularly check on yourselves, on ourselves, what's improving, what feels off, what needs more attention or less pressure. Because progress is often invisible while it is happening. Keeping track helps you see how far you've come and prevents you from feeling stuck. I would like to remind us that this process is not about perfection, but discovery. Because every step, good or bad, teaches you something. And I would also like to tell you, based on my experience, be vulnerable and curious. Sometimes we often say to ourselves, like, oh, you know what? I'm an independent woman. I'm not going to do that. I don't need that. But we have to learn from every step of the way. So be vulnerable and curious at all times. Give yourself permission to grow, to pivot, and to learn without judging the journey. Finding your direction isn't about staying on one fixed path. It's about staying connected to yourself as you move. Flexibility keeps you balanced and reflection keeps you aligned. So always, always please reflect on ourselves.